Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to my evening news report right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. Next phases of New Hampshire vaccinations launching earlier than planned. Vaccinations for teachers, child care workers to begin as early as March 12th, Sununu says. Those age 50 or higher eligible for vaccinations before the end of March. New Hampshire teachers, child care workers, and school staff members will be able to get vaccinated as soon as March 12th, Governor Chris Sununu said Thursday. Sununu said that as vaccine shipments to New Hampshire have increased, the vaccination timeline has sped up. Originally, the plan was to begin Phase 2A, the phase that includes teachers, in early April, but with the pace of the vaccinations picking up, the next phase can begin next week. We're way ahead of schedule, Sununu said. So, beginning on March 12th, regional public health networks will work with school officials to organize clinics for specific schools or districts and populations referred to as closed pods, Sununu said. On March 17th, teachers, child care workers, and school staff members who are not in those closed pods can begin registering with the state's online scheduling system to get appointments at the state-run vaccination sites. The appointments will begin on March 22nd. Phase 2A includes K through 12 teachers and staff, not college employees. The state is also ready to move ahead with the Phase 2B, Sununu said. Anyone ages 50 or older can begin registering starting March 22nd for vaccinations appointments beginning March 25th. We feel very confident we can meet these datas, Sununu said. Dr. Benjamin Chan, the state epidemiologist, said the state has been able to vaccinate Granite Staters more quickly because of increasing supplies of vaccines. With the approval of the new single-shot Johnson & Johnson vaccine, those supplies are expected to increase even more quickly. The Johnson & Johnson vaccine is being administered this weekend at a mass vaccination event at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Sununu said the original goal was to vaccinate 10,000 people over the course of 3 days, but the state has been able to book almost 12,000 appointments. The people being vaccinated at NH Motor Speedway were originally scheduled for appointments into April, but state workers have been contacting them to move them earlier in the process. Sununu said people eligible for vaccinations in Phase 1B may still be getting vaccinated after Phase 2A and 2B launch. The vaccination event at New Hampshire Motor Speedway is by appointment only, and Sununu urged people to show up no earlier than 15 minutes before the appointment. Perry Plummer, who is leading the state's vaccination effort, said there should be enough workers and volunteers at the site to get people through smoothly. But Sununu urged people to be patient, for unforeseeable logistic problems might crop up. People in the Phase 1B who are still scheduled for their first appointments in April can still move their appointments earlier, Sununu said. He advised anyone who wants an earlier appointment to call 211. The state is also launching an effort to reach more homebound people who are eligible under the Phase 1B but who don't work with a home care provider. People who have a home care provider or who work with a visiting nurse agency are already on the state's radar, according to Health Commissioner Lori Shipperton. But those who cannot call 211 and go through a series of prompts to register for a vaccine. The system will be able to handle people who need a ride or to vaccinate to a vaccination site or who need a visit from someone who can administer the vaccine in their home. Sununu said it's still not clear when vaccinations will be open to the general public. President Joe Biden has said shots should be available to everyone by the end of May. Sununu said he hoped that would be the case, but it might be overly optimistic. So again, March 12th to the 31st, March 12th to the 31st, regional public health networks begin vaccination clinics with school officials where possible close pods. March 17th to the will be K through 12 school and childcare staff begin registering for appointments at fixed sites. And then March 22nd, K through 12 school and children's care staff appointments begin at fixed sites. And then Phase 2B begins in March. People 50 years of age and older. March 22nd, registration opens, and March 25th, appointments begin. And that does it for this evening news report right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your evening. See you back here tomorrow for another news report. Good night and goodbye, everyone.